Sup guys, so let me tell you what just happened. I began explaining how this is my last recording, so now it's the fifth recording of this single video. And let me just say, I didn't realize I didn't hit the record button. Yep. So that happened. Basically, past recordings have been basically because I didn't hit record, I embarrassed myself, or the mic's volume was at 10% the entire time, so I was like, what the heck? So yeah. So yeah. So this is a vlog in case you couldn't tell. And what's interesting is I'm actually doing a voiceover over a coding session. So in this one I'm doing binary search. I'm really just doing this for practice, So yeah. So I'm just gonna talk to you about my weekend, my Halloween costume resume, my grades so far, how college is treating me so far, and some classes I'm taking. Not in that order, by the way. So, what I did over the weekend, basically, I just did, you know, like, usual thing. I didn't go home over break. Usually I go home over break, but I didn't this time because I thought I was going to be able to volunteer at developers thing here in the city, but I guess not since no one gave me any information. So that was fun. There's that, and then I went to my cousin's house to do laundry and stuff. And then had some fun with that. We were watching a movie as well. We waited, and he was watching The Mummy at first, and then like he accidentally changed the channel, and then he changed it back, and then he was like, wait, hold up, what was that last movie? So he continues watching the movie that he changed channels to accidentally, so he ignores The Mummy and goes to this one. I'd say to him, I love how you're just watching this when you could be watching The Mummy. Yeah, there's so much drama. It's great. It's juicy. I went, and yeah, I was just like, he's so like me. I honestly like. I'm pretty glad that. I'm pretty glad I have family that is quite like me, which is always pretty fun. But yeah, so there's that, and then I got my midterm grades back. So midterm season is basically over for me. So I got all A's in most of my midterms. So I have pretty good grades so far. Yep. I understand material so well, pretty much right now. But in astronomy, I have an S for a grade, and you know what those S's are. They're superior, which means like I have over 100%, which is pretty great. Yeah, so I have 103% because the teacher just gives out extra credit like no tomorrow. Like on our homework assignments, he gives out like at least 2 points extra credit per each one. And then like on the test, he gave us 20 points extra credit on the first one, and then 17 possible on the midterm. Then he gave us two stargazing extra credit opportunities where we could take an extra credit quiz by naming constellations. And so one if we so that was worth 60 points plus 10% for just showing up, which is pretty great. Yep. Got 30 points in total, I think, from the one I went to. And then so I'm like pretty up there with extra credit. So actually, from a midterm, I got 107 points. And of course, he took 100 points and then gave the rest of us as extra credit. And it was out of 117 possible points. So really, I got minus 10 points. But because he gave us 17 points as credit, I actually had 7 points as credit, which is pretty great. Recently, I have been getting into wind ensemble. So what wind ensemble is for here on campus is like symphonic band, concert band, where you get like a bunch of concert instruments, not marching band. So, and then we just play. So I play double bass for it, and if you kind of like, what the heck? Why would you play double bass for a band? And if you're even more like, what the heck is a double bass? It's a big cello. I found that if you don't know what a double bass is, the explanation that it's a big cello or a big, super big violin, it just helps out, even though that's just blasphemy, honestly. It's the one that tells me, and I'm a 6'4" guy, so yeah, it's pretty tall. So yeah, so we're playing. We have a song called "Angels in the Architecture." If you don't know what that song is, it's lit. So basically, what it is, we do a thing. Okay, so it's kind of like my director, conductor person explained it as we're descending into hell, which is always fun, when it's not for reals, because it's like pum 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 pum, dun 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 dun, and it's like fortissimo, so it's super loud. Well, not super loud, but very loud. So for every F, it's like very, 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 very loud. And for every P, it's like very, 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 very soft. Okay. And then there's mezzo forte, which is like medium loud. And then mezzo piano, which is like medium soft. And then fortissimo, and then, So yeah, so there's that. And it's a pretty good song. There's a Hebrew hymn in there where it, for me, it has chord notes on the downbeats. Bum, 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 bum. And it slowly accelerates, so accelerando. So it's bump, 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 and then it goes into like the little, we're going into hell again. Yeah, so it follows a scene where we're like in heaven, and then we're falling like the angels, and bam, in hell, which is always fun, Yep. I really like the piece. It's pretty high energy and stuff. So Halloween costumes. So I am a slender. I am a man. I am a tall man. So why not be Slender Man? Honestly, like, why would I not be? I'm not gonna be Frodo Baggins. Come on, let's be real here. I may eat 7 meals a day, but I am not short. Okay. So yeah, so I usually dress up as Slender Man, so I wear like a suit with a black or red tie, depends on what I feel like. And then I go into and then I put a face mask on, and yeah. So yeah, there's that. Halloween is like in 16 days, so I'm ready for it, honestly. I tried to scare some people yesterday, but I mean, I guess I wasn't very effective because I only scared one person out of like 3, so. But yeah, so I've also been working on my resume because, after I get out of college, I want to be able to get a job. So basically what I did is I put my education down, put my contact information, and generally the guy that was reviewing it said that's where most freshmen stop, and I was like, oh really? Well, I have like half a page of skills, and then some volunteering, and then some activities and organizations, and generally you want all of that information, as well as honors and awards, which I don't have just yet because I'm a freshman in college. I haven't gotten anything like, oh hey, we're gonna honor you by giving you this award, like that hasn't happened yet. I wasn't counting high school because this is college. Like college has a higher standard, like National Honor Society in high school. That's pretty low standard compared to college. So yeah. Speaking of resumes and jobs after college, I am doing the DoD Smart Scholarship. So basically, what that is, it's scholarship by the Department of Defense (DoD), and it's going given to STEM majors, so computer science, engineering, stuff like that. Oh, and it just loops back. Sweet. So it gives awards for those people, and so, and I'm a computer science major, so I got it. Well, I mean, I'm applying for it. Oh, I really need to work on those essays. Now I think about it. Here I was thinking like, oh, what am I gonna do over the weekend? Oh, hey, maybe I should work on those essays. Ooh. Yeah. So there's that. So basically, what I get if I get the scholarship, I have to intern at certain places over the summer at certain DoD facilities for an entire summer, and I have to do that 3 times to find the right match for me. And then of course during college, I'm getting tuition paid for, and my and then I'm getting like a pretty large stipend for semester or per year. That's supposed to go to housing and food and stuff. And it's like $28,000 or something, which is pretty huge. So yeah, yeah. So hopefully I get that. And then after you graduate, you get to be working at a DoD facility for 3 years, getting job experience that's pretty high value. And yeah, that's pretty great, honestly. Um, so, and jobs here in the city I'm at, most of them require like 3 to 5 years of experience, and here I am getting like 3 years guaranteed, which would be great. So yeah, so that's going on with my life. I hope y'all are having a great life. I hope y'all have a great day. Be safe, make good decisions, and have a good 24-hour period we call a day. Yeet.